Do you remember when COVID first came up and what your initial reaction was to it?
Well, that's an interesting question, actually, because I still call it SARS. I mean, personally, I'm calling it SARS-3. It could
Okay.
arguably be SARS-4, right? Coronavirus is just its kind of medical terminology. I was working on the road as a medic back when SARS-1 hit, and we didn't know what it was.
I'm sorry,
And we were
geographically, where was SARS 1? Was it
well, it was
contained?
all over the world. It was a very similar. It's an almost identical virus to this. It's acute respiratory syndrome virus of a coronavirus nature. I was working in the province of Ontario in Canada and working as a critical care flight paramedic internationally at that time. So I was flying all over the world, picking up predominantly injured Canadians. This is back in the 90s, and bringing them home. And we really didn't know what the virus was. We knew it was an infectious respiratory virus, but we were caught off guard by the severity of it, by how quickly it progressed and so forth. But back then we panicked. We literally panicked. We had paramedics in the province of Ontario, wearing a face mask and a gown and gloves and a helmet and a visor and all these crazy things going to a simple car accident, and I remember saying back then to one of my managers, I said, we can't respond to this like it's Spanish influenza, right? This is insane. Wearing a non-N95, a properly fit tested N95 mask is as useless as wearing nothing at all. And we're still doing that, by the way. We see this incredible group of people walking around the streets with an N95 mask on, which medically speaking is utterly useless. Beyond it might prevent you from sneezing on somebody else. So I guess in that small area that could be useful. But it won't protect the wearer from inhaling anything. And we had no ability to kind of track what was going on back then. This is in SARS-1, as I call it. And we still don't have that, right? There's still pretty pathetic communication between departments. And by departments, I mean like health authorities and so forth. There were all kinds of recommendations out of SARS-1. It seems like only the paramedics in Ontario paid attention to it because they were mandated to by law. And everybody else was left completely confused.